Good afternoon, class. In our today's session, we're going to look at the topic 1, which is professional documents. Let's look at the introduction of professional documents. Always in a classroom setting, for learning to be effective, a teacher should always prepare the professional documents. What are these professional documents that a teacher should prepare? Professional documents are official documents developed to make learning efficient and effective as the teacher implements the curriculum. Another definition of professional documents: these are documents which are used by the teacher in preparation, implementation, and evaluation of teaching and learning process. We are going to look at different professional documents, which are: number 1, the scheme of work; number 2 is the lesson plan; number 3 is the individualized education plan; number 4 is the record of work; and number 5 is the progressive record. Let's start with the scheme of work. This is a document that a teacher develops from the curriculum design. It shows how the planned curriculum content shall be distributed within the time allocated for learning. For the scheme of work, it has two sections. One is the administrative section, which entails the teacher's name, the date, the lesson number, the time, and the main frame. The main frame is divided into 9 columns. This is the format of scheme of work which I've said, which is the main frame parts, which is divided into 9 columns. The week, the lesson number, for instance, it's week 9. It's, let's say, week 1, lesson number 2. The topic is, let's say, introduction to business studies. The subtopic will be the importance of business studies in the community. The learning objectives: this is where by the end of the lesson we expect the learners to have understood something containing the content that you are teaching in that lesson. The learning activities: these are the discussions, the note-taking which are going to be conducted, which you are going to use in conducting your lesson. The learning aids, resources that you have used to facilitate this classroom: the handouts, the projectors, the charts, and references. The references where you have been able to gather the content that you have presented in that class. For instance, you have used a KLV textbook and you indicate the pages. Remarks: after the end of the lesson, you have to indicate the remarks. If the objectives were achieved, you indicate in the remarks section. So let's take a look at the lesson plan. Lesson plan is the instructor's roadmap of what students need to learn and how it will be done effectively during the classroom. After preparing the scheme of work, you use the scheme of work in preparing the lesson. Components of a good lesson plan: it should have an introduction part, the lesson development, where you are able to break down your content, how you are going to deliver the content, the conclusion part, the summary, and the reflection. The third is the individualized education plan. An individualized education plan describes what the teacher and other professionals should do to meet the special needs of the learner. An individualized education plan focuses on individual learners' needs and allow each learner to acquire knowledge and skills at his or her own pace. This does not generalize the students. It's individual, specify the individual learners' achievements. The components of an individualized education plan embody the learner's present level of performance, the long-term and short-term outcomes, initiation and termination dates, assessment procedures, related specialized services, and implementation. I would like you to go and research more on these components of individualized education plan. You see, I've just stated them. I'll need you to go and look into detail what does the components entail, and I will ask each of you during our next class. Number 4 is the record of work. A record of work is a document kept by the teacher showing the work that has been done at the end of each lesson. At the end of each level, you should record the work that you have done. in that session. The components associated with the record work, the time frame, the work done, the remarks, and the details of the teacher. And the fifth, and which is our final, is the progressive record. Progressive record is a document which contains the formative and summative assessment of the learner. That is the student performance. So I hope you have understood our session today. I'd like to end it here for today, and I will need you to listen to this recording and note down, and also be able to do the task that I've assigned you. Have a nice and wonderful day.